A city known for its incredible skyline, its nightlife and beaches, today centered around this venue, Hard Rock Stadium here in Miami. Jason Sanders is out, ready to kick this one away. And here we go from Miami. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Ford straight ahead. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield and a back who can show off his wheels.
Big shot to begin the drive, has him up beyond the 40. First down, and they go right back to it. Who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Tackle made by Jordan Brooks. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Running back sent in motion. Here we go, 2nd and 9. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Well, no look on his first look of the game, so now it's going to be 3rd and long.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And that hit right at the 10. Somehow, though, got a wicked bounce and makes it into the end zone for a touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Opening carry for Devon Achane. And he maneuvers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
2nd and 6 coming up here. Going play action, Tagovailoa. He's got Smith. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Running with Achane out of the gun. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Offense to the line for 2nd down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That's caught. Devon Achane. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch, moving the chains. There wasn't a whole lot not to like.
Pushed ahead for a gain of 5. From the secondary, Grant Delpit on the tackle.
Well, that's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
Second down carry for Achan. And they bring him down, but there's a flag on the field. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. So things getting a bit tougher following that penalty. We've got second and 15. They put a receiver in motion right. They'll run here following the penalty. And he's got it up to midfield and into Browns territory. Got him 5 yards back, and that's going to bring up 3rd and 10.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. Completed to his running back. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
4th and 3, drive on the line. 2 and out from the gun. And on 4th down, that one won't work. It's incomplete. So the defense rises to the challenge and gives the ball back to their offense.
Yeah, I don't care that they didn't get it. Still the right call in that situation. It's a little too long for a field goal, and a punt really nets you very few yards. The decision-making was sound. It was the execution that let them down.
They'll run here on 1st down. He spins right by him. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's good for a Cleveland 1st down.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back, they're able to do it and keep those plays from going any further.
They drop him with a big hit. At least he's able to hold on for the game, but boy, Brock, what a shot.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on 1st down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 41. Ball finds his running back. It's A.J. Dillon. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Looking to the air here. Has him on the quick hitter. And they bring him down. Looks like he got into the 27.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, or it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
2nd and 3. Able to get it to Moore. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. All right, still scoreless through 1 quarter, but that looks like it's going to change pretty soon. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Hard Rock Stadium right after this. Ready to go with the 2nd quarter, and it's the Browns with it inside the red zone. Here's Ford running right. He cuts it towards the sideline, and he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. They'll have 1st and goal to go now after they gain 18 on the previous play.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
Oh, surprise gift to the receiver near the goal line. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Browns get the game's first points here in the second. Not sure we can call these gadget plays anymore, partner. Not like we could in the early 2000s, right? Because receivers who can run it, well, they become an important part of many NFL offenses, especially down in the red zone.
And that's because the reality you face is there's only so many conventional plays. Really, there's only so many reps you can get in during the practice week, so many different opportunities and traditional sets. But when you got an outlier like this, when you got a wide receiver who can run it like a running back, it presents a whole other set of issues for defenses.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out on the back of the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Empty backfield now. The running back motions out left. Dump off to his fullback. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was first down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Denzel Ward makes the play. And the Browns are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Wanted to hit his tight end there, but a defender anticipated it, got a hand on it, and it is picked up.
Yeah, I think this defenses today have figured it out. There's a lot of good tight ends, and they can be mismatch makers, so you better have an awareness and coverage of where those tight ends are. This defense did. And boy, what a big play to take that ball away.
A give up the middle to Ford. And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
Second down now, 7 to go. That's into the hands of Moore. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. Now after that play, we have somebody banged up down there. Injuries never welcome sight so close to the end of the season. They're out to attend to him. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Judy will go in motion right. Shotgun snap, a give to Ford. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
That's pretty good right there now. You don't always expect a sizable gain when you run it on first down. You just want some yards to set up an easier second down play. But they will take that execution every time.
4 downs now to get in. Here's first and goal. Takes the handoff, now to throw. He's on the move. And he drives this forward to the 6.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Here's second and goal from the 6. Shotgun snap, they're going to throw. And he will score. It's a Cleveland touchdown. The Browns pull that in front further, 13-zip. All right, partner, what do you think? Was that a design read, or did he just see space and he was reacting more on the old quarterback instinct there?
Yes. I think yes on both of them, and that play happens so fast that it really is instincts on both sides.
Extra point try now from Pinheiro. The point after splits the uprights. And the Browns double their lead to 14. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And that's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else. So that football coming out to the 30-yard line. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Underneath it goes. Catch made by the running back. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
From the 36. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the intended receiver. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Oh, this is getting ugly early. Intercepted again. Juan Thornhill takes it away. And the Browns will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Okay, Brock, now back-to-back drives where they have picked him off. That's got to be a worrying trend for these coaches who know how integral the passing game is to their game plan and their success.
Those poker players, the best of them, when they figure out a tell, they know exactly how to beat their opponent. This defense right now, they're reading this quarterback like a book.
And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Well, I'll steal a line from one of my buddies, but I'm going to quote him. Mark Schlereth, 2-time Super Bowl winner, says if you want to run the ball, you got to keep running the ball. And that's a perfect example of it. Don't get tired. Don't get mad at gaining 4 yards. It's a run that can set up even more in the run game.
That one's complete, right side. And he gets this down to the 13-yard line. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
We've hit the 2-minute warning now at Hard Rock. The Browns with a chance to boost their lead. A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. He's dropping back to throw. His quick throw knocked away, incomplete. David Njoku, the guy he was looking for. So it's 2nd down coming up.
I know a DB in the stat sheet loves to see INT and not PBU, but as soon as he realized a pick wasn't possible, he does the next best thing and knocks it away.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Here's a give to Ford. And that hit stops him in his tracks. No gain on the play, and they still need 10 now on 3rd down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday, but doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
3rd and 10. Can this offense get it done? He'll get this to Tillman. And this is down all the way to the 3.
How many times, Kate, do we see those routes, those horizontal east-to-west routes, just get that 1st down on these critical 3rd down situations? It takes tremendous eyes, tremendous speed, and a tremendous want-to by the defense to stop that short.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches. And the QB keeps it on the sneak. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. Miami calls a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Well, as they get deeper and deeper into this side of the field, they need him to become the guy who makes those plays in the biggest of moments. And that may not show up as a big old pass play and utilizing his arm, but it was his fortitude and his strength to move the sticks and may just be the catalyst for a touchdown.
They'll try and punch it in. Runs it in for the Cleveland touchdown. The Browns boat racing them to the halftime locker room. Well, this machine has been firing on all cylinders this game, partner. And it continues firing as that lead grows yet again.
And those who've tried to get in the way of that machine you're talking about, namely the defense, well, they paid the price over and over and over again.
The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Washington now to return. He stopped on the return at the 27. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He'll dump this one off to his running back, complete. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton making the stop. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Nick Bolton has it. And the Browns are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. Oh, man, Brock, those other leaders on that sideline, they've got to sit him down and calm him down. 3 consecutive drives now where he's thrown an interception.
Yeah, this defense is just all over him, seeing every throw, anticipating these routes before they're even run. When he's dropping back to throw, and I know this feeling, it's horrible as a quarterback. It feels like there's 20 defenders out there on this defense.
That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our 2nd half. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. They'll start the drive with Achane. And that's good for a gain of 5. Something he does so well, Nick Bolton making the stop. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
And his drive forward halted after a couple of yards. Myles Garrett coming in for the stop. 2 yards on the pickup, and that leaves him with 3rd down and 3.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
First time this game they've looked to him, and that'll bring up 4th and 3. Now it's Jake Bailey who's out to punt this for the Dolphins. He punted a couple of times last week in their loss, and now gets this one away. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. 58 yards on the punt there. And the Browns will go on offense. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Here's the lone back on the handoff. And he pushes forward, but they don't get much there.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Pass complete to Thrash. It looks like we can call it about 4 yards in the end. Brought down that time by Kendall Fuller. Defense looking to defend the marker on 3rd down. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. Jukes out a 1-stop. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Handoff running left, Ford. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. It's a gain of 12 there. And that gives the Browns a 1st.
Ooh, I like that call. I really like it with those sticks. You can keep them on the sidelines, and you get more than enough to get the 1st down.
And he sent a man in motion. Going to the ground again on 1st. And they'll bottle this up after a 4-yard gain. Jack Gibbons in on the tackle. Give him 4 that time, so 6 to go on 2nd down.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know, that's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Staying on the ground with Ford. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line. A solid gain of 6 there. It's going to be 3rd and just a yard.
This is a guy who, man, when he is in a groove, when he is feeling it, you're just not going to bring him down with an arm tackle. You better buckle up. You need a textbook tackle on this guy. Wrap, grab some cloth, and drive him to the ground with all you got.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
It's after plays like these, Kate, I love to study the body language. What is that offense doing after getting stuffed inside on a run like that? And more importantly, how much does it energize that defense?
They send out Eddie Pinheiro for the field goal. Ball spotted on the left hash, 49 yards out. And that one is not where he needed it to be. It is off and no good. And their lead stays halted at 20.
So in the end, the armchair quarterbacks, Kate, are going to tell you the more aggressive-minded play caller would have been correct. It would have been a better decision to go for it as they come up with nothing from that field goal try. I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
This finds Smith. This is ahead for about 5. That was Martin Emerson with a stop that time.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
To the air, 3rd and long. On the move, headed right. He's taking a shot down the... Oh, no, they get him yet again. Denzel Ward makes the play. And as they bring him down, let's check the penalty flag. And they're going to go ahead and let the play stand as it happens. They decline the penalty. Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Setting up a throw. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's second down. He'll look to throw. He's throwing deep to the left side. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's third down. Intended target there was David Njoku. And that's going to leave him with a tough third and long.
Can't cover it much better than that really well-covered Kate on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
From the gun, it's Ford. And he'll get it up to the 44. They made it just 1 yard there. It's going to be 4th and 9. The Browns are lining up to punt. And he wants to hit his second effort just as well as he hit his first. Absolutely crushed his first punt, and here's another huge one. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Tagovailoa from his end zone. This one's taken in by Hill. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Greg Newsome bringing that play to an end.
You know, Kate, over the years, I have heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Throwing from near his own goal line. Taken in by Smith. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. We're through 3 on this holiday weekend. Still on the move, coming to the line for 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. First down, Tagovailoa to throw. Escapes out to the left. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Out of the shotgun, a give to A-Chain. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Throwing on 3rd, Tagovailoa. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4. And that's going to give the Dolphins a first down.
I call this quarterback's best friend. Some call it a safety valve, some call it automatic, but it's sure nice as a quarterback when you got a trusty running back over the middle of the field that you can depend on.
A-Chain on the inside give. And he'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
They'll come away happy getting that type of output on most run plays. It's a sign where they're getting some good push up front, and this running back is seeing the lanes and paying them off.
From the 43. He's got Smith. And he's brought down after a short gain.
He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the gun on third, Tagovailoa. Rolling left, buying some time. That's complete. Here's Brown. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Tua now from the gun. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns get the football as he makes his third interception of this season. The team total is now up to 5, Brock. 5 times they've picked this offense off.
Say it a third time for me, Kate, would you? Twist the knife for all the fans of this offense watching at home.
5 interceptions in one game. You just got to marvel at how well they played in coverage from start to finish.
Yeah, this goes beyond marveling. This goes to best-case scenario in their game plan. This is one of those special games where absolutely everything is clicking. These defenders, it's like they're seeing the entire field in perfect 20/20 vision.
And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
That was the perfect play call for that particular situation. Gave them enough to pick up a first with some room to spare.
They're set up at the 35 now. Pass play on 1st and 10. Looking underneath, and the back brings it in. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Got to be a pretty good actor. Got to be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop-back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Judy will go in motion right. Play action on 1st down. This time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
They really need some chunk yardage here on 2nd down. Another try following the sack. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Tried getting it to Jerry Jeudy. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Throwing with a blitz on the way. That one complete to Njoku. Touchdown, Cleveland! The Browns put up even more points in a win. David Njoku, the touchdown. Extra point try now from Pinheiro. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Browns continue piling onto this lead. The Browns have it on the tee, and they will kick it away here. Washington now to return. Finds some space. He's past the 30. I don't know if they're going to get to him. And this is going to be too little too late, but still a very nice return. Late touchdown here for him. All right, Brock, let's see. Let's see if this is able to provide a little spark, because their offense just hasn't been able to consistently provide their own so far this game.
Yeah, a little spark, a little charge, a little juice, a little bit of energy. He wouldn't be denied trying to do what he can to jolt this team.
Escapes the pocket. And the conversion is no good as that pass falls incomplete.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
What do you think, Brock? Can we get dueling kick return touchdowns, huh? Let's find out. The kick is away. Return starts at the 9. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. They've got first down from the 31. Running left, here's Ford. And he reaches the 35 before going out. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5. Another one for Ford. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Give him 4 yards there, and they only need 1 more now on 3rd down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them, keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. It's tipped away and it's going to hit the ground incomplete. Defender winning that rep. That brings up 4th down. A good defensive play breaks that one up. And that brings up 4th and short. They bring on the punt team, and they get this kick away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be Dolphins football. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. They've got to keep moving quick here. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. He's got it deep downfield. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt, or an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Tagovailoa on 1st down. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. That throw doesn't lead to 6. So 2nd down coming up. Here's Tua again. That'll be incomplete, and the clock shows 10 seconds left.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
And they pick him off again. Martin Emerson with the pick. And the Browns take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
That throw has got to be the last we've seen of him this contest. I'm just not sure how they leave him in when the defense is clearly all over whatever he's trying to throw. The amount of frustration he is feeling is only going to lead to additional miscues. Please, for the love of God, take this man out. They could stop the clock now if they choose. In the final moments of the game, every second counts. If you're going to call a timeout, you want to be right next to that official to signal it in just as that knee goes down.
So the Browns will take this win home with them. And this thing of losing such a close one the week before, apparently still at the forefront of their minds. They got out there and rebounded nicely with a win this week.